What is going on, my patriots? Make sure that hand clap is coming in. Let's do it again. I guess it didn't come in. It's all good. Thank y'all once again for another edition of Joel's News and Views. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, please do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Okay. Not to mention to continue to like, share, and subscribe. Mama Bear, thank you very much. I appreciate you. You don't have to do that, but God knows, God bless you. Uh, Also to continue to like and share. All right, I know everybody trickling in. Sorry for the 11-minute delay. After being at work for 12 hours, I had to make sure I got in my relaxing state. Had to make sure my beautiful, precious wife was taken care of so she can relax for the rest of the day or the evening so she can prepare to get the babysit baby in the morning. Uh, I know I told y'all some news about the adoption. As far as we know, it's uh, we possibly may act on it. We don't know. We just got to look at, like I said, the other kids. Make sure that my main children are taken care of, and we will move forward with that. Also, got to give some shout outs here before we start the show. Shout out to Mr. Stidham. He did a $10 donation through PayPal. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see who else has donated. Latin Patriot did a super chat a couple of days back. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Mama Bear also did a super chat for $4.99. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Uh, just trying to make sure I haven't overlooked anyone. Still a long way from the goal for this month, but you know what? It's cool. I thank God for everything that has been provided for me because sooner or later, if you keep grinding, it will come. So, appreciate everybody with the content sharing. Like I said, uh, got a lot of people that have trickled in and is starting to look at the show. Definitely start sharing it on Facebook. Heard Facebook got a podcast now. About to check into that. Maybe we can get uh, some of that podcast dialogue over there. Maybe I won't get canceled because you know Facebook. They 1 minute they're supportive, the next minute they on some horse shit. But that's just how it is. So enough of all of that. Let's jump into the topic tonight. We gonna start talking about this crime news, man. Shout out to my guy AK Nation. I'm gonna try to get him on the show. If you don't know AK Nation News, AK Nation TV, this guy is the truth. He talks about a lot of crime that's going on in the urban areas in the major cities. He also talks about a lot of controversy that a lot of people don't want to talk about when it comes to social issues. Now, first things first, we're going to talk about and rehash this week of two mayors who have reportedly became a despicable act when it comes to I know Mama Bear, I know and I told you I will you'll get it. We'll get it. Uh it's just disgusting. So let's start with both of these. Both of these are ladies, okay? Liberal. They're both black ladies. Now you would think them both leading city both cities with a high population of black Americans. you would think that their whole sole priority, if crime goes through the roof, is to get it under control by any means necessary. That means tougher laws. That means making sure that you are getting people to their destinations safely. Uh, Promoting bonuses for people to be a police officer. Trying to get people involved in protecting the community. It's not what they're doing. Nope. Keisha Bottom's answer to the crime increase is defund the police, blame the GOP for what's going on with their increase in crime, because they said due to the sweet and sour sniffles they opened up too early, and also not take any kind of accountability. Guys, this is why the cities are failing. The mayors don't want to do their job. They want other people to do their job. If you come in, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. I should be at 10 likes by now. Now, it's a shame when the governor has to go on, a news network, to denounce your negative behavior because you don't want to take full responsibility of doing your job. The next mayor that we are going to be in the spotlight is Mayor Lightfoot, Lori Lightfoot. Now, Lori Lightfoot she should be getting Racism Champion of the Year. She has been screaming out all year long that racism is rampant in her area. This is why that they have to do the things they do. So, with her promoting all this excessiveness of racism, she spent $10 million on supposed to be combating this racism. Yet crime is at an all-time high in Chicago. And we know Chicago's always been a crime city, but not to the point of this. Now she's calling for federal assistance. Now, you're probably with your eyes wide, like, why is she calling for federal assistance? Well, if you would rewind to when we were in 2020, before we jumped on the pandemic, we had this guy that was in office named Donald J. Trump. Y'all remember that guy, the Orange Man? He was the dude that everybody said was supposed to be this racist, supposed to be negative. He didn't like nobody. This, that, and the third. Right? He offered this woman to have federal agents to break up these gangs and help them get Chicago back to the city it once were. You know, crime at a reasonable rate. But nope, he didn't take that. She's like, hell to the no. That's racist. So now we're about to go up here and I'm fixing to show y'all some real stats of a tale of two cities, of what's going on and why these mayors don't want to take accountability. So we're going to go here and I'm going to pull up what uh the mayor is saying. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I got this right. Cause I don't want y'all to think it's just me. I want y'all to see what they're actually saying. Give me 1 minute. Let me find that interview. All right, let me find that interview. All right, guys. Okay, this is March 19th. I can't find the interview. I don't know why it's not showing me. I was trying to see. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull it up. And it's not just her. This is Minneapolis too. Mayor Joe Hogsett on Indianapolis. All of them are saying it. All right, so I cannot find. I really can't. I can't find the video. But let's go somewhere else. Let's look at the gun memorial. About to do that right now. All right, so since I couldn't find that, about to go to the gun memorial. I'm about to give it to y'all with the gun memorial. Let y'all see what's really going on in Atlanta and Indianapolis too. Let you hear all these people complain. Shout out to my boy AK Nation, one of the top dudes out here who does this gun memorial. He talks about it all the time. We also gonna touch base on some other ones that nobody is not talking about. So we're gonna go search right here. We got to take a road trip. Y'all, hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. We at 8. Let's see if we can get to 10. I know y'all out there. So we're going to go to Georgia first, right? And we are going to go to the beautiful city of Atlanta. Because remember now, this is Keisha Bottom City. Fatal shootings in Atlanta. Real people, not just statistics. Look at this. This is all of the people so far this year in Atlanta that has been violently killed. They are already at a 50% increase of gun violence. They usually have 99 killings a year. Now I think they're pushing maybe up for 200. Look at this nice older lady right here. Let's find out what happened to her. Laureen Nealis. Let's go up here and let's play what happened. See if we can get a report. I don't think there's no video. Mother says son who was killed after firing at trooper had shot her in face and killed his grandmother. South Fulton County. Let me wait till this load. Y'all bear with me. I'm a poor guy. Takes my stuff a little time to load. Alright, it's loading. Y'all give me a sec. Fat, I'm finna go full screen with it.
Her son killed his grandmother, then shot at her before state troopers killed him after a high-speed chase. Stunning new details on that situation that shut down part of I-85 at Riverdale Road just 24 hours ago. Channel 2's Tom Jones, live for us now to continue to sort this story out. And Tom, you spoke to this mother. She was shot in the face.
Yeah, that's right, George. I spoke to Ava Fitzpatrick by phone from the hospital where she is recovering from that gunshot wound to the face. She still can't believe her son would shoot her and then murder his grandmother. She walked me through how she approached her son right before he opened fire.
And I was like, TJ, I said, what my mom did? You know, he picked up the gun off the seat and started shooting at me 3 times.
Ava Fitzpatrick is describing the frightening moment when her son, 36-year-old Terrell Gass, who she called TJ, shot her in the face Tuesday. He later learned he had murdered her mother, his grandmother, at their Lithonia home. Fitzpatrick can't begin to understand why he would take Laureen Nellis's life. He loved her and she loved him.
Anything he wanted to go to Family Dollar. She always took him. Just like, I can't understand why would he do that to her.
You heard that, guys? Anything that grandma wanted to do for him, she was right there. Let's continue.
A fugitive squad began searching for Gas. They located him in College Park Wednesday afternoon. The GBI says he led officers on a chase. Troopers say he began firing at officers on the 85 North Riverdale exit ramp. Georgia State Patrol troopers fired and hit him multiple times. Derek Lockhart posted this video on Instagram of the aftermath of the shooting. Gas was rushed to the hospital along with the state trooper. The trooper is okay. Gas died.
So you never saw a violent side to him?
I never saw this coming. Never.
Fitzpatrick says her son was mentally ill. She says she tried getting him help on many occasions but got nowhere. Fitzpatrick says her son refused to take his meds, saying he was okay. She never thought he would do what he did to his family.
Just wanted to really get in his face and like, why would you do that? My mom.
So, again, Keisha Bottles and them said that their goal was to provide mental health for the community, right? They said police were bad, but at the same time, they're not doing that at all. You know what I'm saying? You still got an increase of violence. This woman had to witness her mother died and hear while she's in the hospital recovering, getting shot in the face, that her son is now dead. See what else we got at the gun memorial. That Keisha Bottoms. Oh, you welcome, Monica, and I'm glad to have you as a follower. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. A grandmother, no longer with us, age 74, could have lived to be 90. Let's see what else. Let's see about this young man right here. He's all smiles. He's 17 years old. Let's hear about this shooting. That's true. Let's hear about this. And again, if y'all like what's the content that I'm bringing tonight, please like and share. Please like and share and subscribe. Also, too, please, you can do a super chat as well. I'm just trying to bring y'all guys real news out here, because there's a lot of people that don't know what's going on. You got a lot of these politicians that's lying to your face, telling you that it's the um white folks that's the problem, when in reality they're the problem. It's not the white folks. I promise you, it's not the white folks. It's you. You're the problem. All right. Had to clear that up. Should be good to go. Got some lag. All right, let's go back. Hold on. Pop up. That's why I couldn't see nothing. Okay. All right. Let's play it.
including new details just into our newsroom about a deadly shooting at a popular Buckhead hotel. Atlanta police say it happened at the Intercontinental just before 2 this afternoon. Officers say they found 17-year-old Kyrian Bone shot in one of the rooms. He later died at the hospital. Just minutes ago, we learned police have now charged the victim's 29-year-old brother with involuntary manslaughter, but investigators are still working to figure out what led up to the shooting.
All right, let me get off that. So y'all see that? 17 years old. His brother's 29. Let's see what they had to say about this young man. Because he played basketball. He was going places. He was trying to get out the struggle. And the person that was supposed to be supporting and taking care of him, his older brother, or whatever you want to call it, did not. A local high school basketball team is mourning the loss of a second teammate to gun violence. A local high school basketball team, 17-year-old Kyron Bone was shot in an Atlanta hotel over the weekend. His older brother is charged with involuntary manslaughter in the case. And then in March, the team has already lost another 17-year-old, Deontay Moore, who was killed by a drive-by shooting. Sad. Now the mother's got two children she lost. Her son and her oldest son. Because he gonna do some time. That's usually how that works. Now give me 1 second. Make sure everybody back in the chat. Make sure everybody back in. I hope I'm not getting too much lag. Alright, let's see what's going on. Getting lag again. No. I don't know why I'm getting lag. That's probably why. Okay. Yeah, that explains it. That's the things running in the background, guys. Now, that's the gun memorial for Atlanta. I did 2 people so far. I'm not going to have you bored all night because I'm not going to play every video, but I'm just going to do a couple more and scan. Oh, yeah, I agree. This one right here. University of New Haven University. Community mourns the passing of Justine Bernard, 23. Then they said a woman was arrested in the Friends shooting. Apartment complex. Michael Gary, he's 46. Assault in a deadly drive-by shooting. He got killed by a drive-by shooting. This young lady right here. This girl was found shot to death inside a car on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard in Doraville. Sad. 24 years old. Just starting her life. And all you see on here is nothing but black Americans getting killed. We got one white guy. He was killed in a shooting. That's about it. Rest of them are always the same. Yeah, and there are more women on here too. And this is Atlanta now. This is the growing problem. Atlanta is about to become the new. I keep telling everybody all day, every day. Atlanta is about to turn into the new Chicago. Now, since I've said that, let's go to the other mayor, the one that we all can't stand. Y'all know who she is. She's in Illinois right now in the governor's mansion. That's right. We're going to go to Chi-Town, baby. A.K.A. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. This is her stomping ground. Now remember now, she said racism is a problem. So I'm going to randomly pick somebody that's been killed this month in June. And I'm going to see if it was the suspect, if they found the suspect, if it was a white person or a black person. I'm going to hold my breath right now of what I really going to say. I'm just going to let the audience be the judge when I pull it up. We're going to go with Kevin Neely. He looked like a friendly soul. There was a woman charged in this shooting. Let's go and let's talk about this. He was 43 years old. And the man was shot dead while driving in Inglewood. So we're going to talk about all the events right here. You can go to this one right here. We're going to see what race this woman was that's charged. Wow. What do you know? It was a black woman right here. Isn't that crazy? Now, wait a minute now. Lord, you told me that it is the white people that killing people in Chicago. It looks like the woman has the same skin tone as everybody else. She killed her own husband for cheating. She did a drive-by on him. Okay. Maybe I just didn't pick the right one, right? Let me go to another one. You know, maybe I didn't pick the right one. You know, maybe it's just me. I'm horrible on picks. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right, you know what? Let me go to Sumitra Williams. I'm quite sure that there was some kind of racial. You know what? I'm not going to her. I'm going to this one right here. Kim for Miles. Maybe it was some kind of white ghost involved. Chicago Sun-Times. Mother of 3 killed in weekend mass shooting was in the prime of her life, cousin said. Before Chatham mass shooting left a mother of 3 dead and 9 others wounded. 10 shot, 1 fatality when pair of shooters opened fire along lively business district in Chatham. Mm, 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 mm. We already know who it is. I guarantee you, the same skin tone that this young lady right here that we see. All right, that's crazy. Well, she said racism is the main cause. All right, that's what she keeps saying. So let's see what has. happened to this young man, Eric Crawford, right here? What happened to little Eric? Chicago shooting. Boy, 13, dies after being shot in McKinley Park over the weekend. Mm, 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 mm. 13 years old. See what the mother had to say. 13. Got a little Star Wars shirt. He looked like he's not one of those wild ones. Still, it's heartbreaking as a parent to imagine your child that young. You got to walk behind them. They're not walking behind you. You got to walk behind them. You have to explain to yourself what happened, what went wrong. It's a lot. It's a lot for a mother or father, any parent to deal with. Yeah, y'all keep hitting the like button. I don't know how many people in the chat. I know people said they had to go along, do stuff, and I understand it's a little later than usual. But I'm just trying to make sure y'all aware of what's going on. Because y'all need to be aware, man. It's out here. It's really out here. Let's try to get to 10. Alright, y'all, hold on. Let me start this story over.
13-year-old boy who was shot on Sunday on the southwest side has died. Eric Crawford was shot on his bicycle near 37th and Wood around 8 o'clock Sunday morning. Police say bullets fired from a passing white-colored SUV hit Crawford in the head and neck. Crawford would have entered the 8th grade this coming fall. So far, no arrests have been made.
So, again, all this violence is going on. 13 years old. 13 years old. And he is not coming back. This is what's going on in these cities that these mayors are talking about. Now, let's talk about Indianapolis. The Indianapolis mayor. Let's talk about what he just recently said. Because I think this is important. Because we got all this gun violence and stuff going on, all these violence in these cities. And yet these mayors, city council, they don't want to step up because it don't fit the narrative. They will have to admit that there's not white people that's doing all this killing. So, let's see here. India. All right, let's see what he's saying. Oh, that's what it said. That's what I want to say. Yeah, another blame. Let's see what he said. Yeah, this is 6 hours ago. So let's see if we got a video on this. This is the mayor of Indianapolis. Mind you now, all this crime is going on. And it's sad. We give these people the keys to our city. They say they're going to take care of us, but at the end of the day, they suck because they don't want to take care of us. They just want that check and be able to say they live in the mayor's mansion. You know. And I'm about to play both of these mayors. If I can get this damn thing to come into focus. Now give me 1 second. Everything running slow tonight. All these ads. I'll get a better computer one day. So this is what this mayor is saying, since it's want to be slow. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett can add another bloody weekend in the Circle City to his legacy. At least 17 people were shot, one person stabbed, and one person. Oh, hold on, guys. This is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, one person. Yeah, one person stabbed, and one person killed from Friday through Sunday. Now, this is when it gets crazy. Our city is averaging one person shot or stabbed every 5.09 hours for the month of June, and one homicide every 39 hours. Indianapolis is still outpacing Chicago in homicides per capita. Now, when they say this, I'm about to break this down to you. It's not saying that they're going to have more murders than Chicago. They're just saying that the size of their town being as small as Indianapolis is compared to Chicago, they have a higher crime rate than Chicago would if Chicago was that size. If you get my drift. So that's how they do it with that per capita. So people don't go and start freaking out thinking, oh my God, Indianapolis going to have more. Nope, they won't have more murders than Chicago. But they will be be alerted as a dangerous city because of the murder and crime possibilities per so many thousand people in that city. Now, after breaking the record for criminal homicides in 2020, the city is on pace to surpass the previous year's numbers in 2021. Criminal homicides are up to nearly 40%. Now, guys, y'all gotta understand, Indianapolis, these Midwestern towns, that's bigger cities, they're not used to this type of shit. These are your suburban, play football, basketball type of cities. They don't have this type of problem. They rarely have these type of problems. So to go from having that type of problem to having that now, that's a lot. That is a lot. And these folks are not with it. Okay? They're not comfortable at all. I mean, this is just, being real about it. These people are not comfortable with this. Keep on going. Killings have been on the rise in in Hoggett's defense, Indy isn't the only U.S. city experiencing a massive spike in violent crime. No shit. Killings have been on the rise in Atlanta, Portland, Minneapolis, and several other major cities for more than a year. And who are the mayors of those cities? What political party? You guessed it, liberal. So we ain't even got to go any farther. In 2020, homicides in Portland, Oregon rose to 53 from 29, up more than 82%. In Minneapolis, they grew to 79 from 46, up almost 72%. And in Los Angeles, the numbers increased to 351 from 258, a 36% climb, according to statistics published by New York Times. Because there's no accountability no more. Now, this is what Keisha Bottoms had to say about her spike. Let's go and break this shit down.
Mayor, more than half of Georgians that can get the shot haven't. Who aren't you reaching? Why aren't they? And what's your strategy?
Well, it's very disappointing, Stephanie. There's hesitancy, obviously, across the state right now. And you have to remember this is still in so many places in this state, a very red state. So we know that there's hesitancy on the far right, but also many minority communities are still very concerned about the vaccine. And we know the historical context of those concerns, of longstanding just distrust of vaccines.
Let's get to what she's talking about, this crime.
Whether it be like single thing that we can do about it. Just yesterday, I had
at the highest level in 20 years, and we're
all right. So here we go.
And as things I mentioned it in our intro are opening up, we are seeing this disturbing spike in crime. It's happening across the country, but it is definitely happening in your city. Homicides at the highest level in 20 years, and we're going into a summer hot weekend. It could be very bad. What are you doing about it?
We are doing every single thing that we can do about it. Just yesterday, I had a briefing from the special assistant in charge with the FBI. We are looking for outside support and resources, working with all of our partners. But you're absolutely right. Unfortunately, this is a spike that we're not just seeing in Atlanta. We are seeing it across the country. I'm talking to mayors in major cities, in cities really big and small, and we are all grappling with the same issues. In Atlanta specifically, we have really put a push towards getting our young people to work. This summer, our schools were closed by and large for the entire school year, and there is the mental health piece as well. So President Joe Biden and the American Rescue Plan set aside $5 billion towards violence prevention programs, but also there is the here and now that we have to deal with. And we believe that getting at least 1,000 young people to work this summer, which we've had great success with, will help. But there's still so much work to be done. And
all right, I'm gonna cut it off right there. You say you're gonna get 1,000 young people to work this summer. Why should I work when crime is paying me double, sometimes triple, and you defund the police? Why should I work when crime pays me triple, you have defunded the police, and me being a juvenile and getting caught up in your county, I'm getting slapped on the wrist? Yeah. That's ass backwards. Now, let's continue to talk about other things about this whole putting federal uh, troops on the ground, federal agents on the ground. See, again, that man that lived in Washington, D.C. for 4 years, the one they call racist, vile, misogynist, freaking evil, selfish, nasty. He offered all of the people here. I'm gonna get off the gun memorial now. Just talk. Offered everybody a shot at greatness. Hey, I know you're going through some things. I'm here for you. He even promised black folks The platinum plan. I remember the platinum plan. Trump's platinum plan would have been awesome. Now I don't know if it would have inspired a lot of people, but unfortunately they didn't want that. They listened to those Wokians, and this is where we at. Now before I leave, there's another controversy. Again, shout out to AK Nation. He brought this to our attention at the School of Juilliards. Now, I don't know if y'all guys heard about this scandal in Juilliards, but currently right now, in the School of Juilliards is trying to get under control this narrative that said that they are racist. Oh, hold on, y'all. My light went out. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm back in business. Light went out. Anyway, uh, they had said that the school is racist. So y'all know when you go to the School of Juilliards, if you don't know, it's a fine art school. It is one of the top in the nation. All right, to go to the School of Juilliards, you with Viola Davis, Michael Beach. Let's see here, Robin Williams. I mean, all of your major actors went to the School of Juilliards. I mean, that's just where everybody go to become the best of the best of acting. So anyway, go there. They were told to do something at a workshop about um being a slave. That's right, about slavery. Anyway, ah, that's funny. They bust out here and played the audio of Roots. Now, everybody in the black culture in my time, 80s, born in the 80s, the 70s, in the 60s, all the way up to the 40s, have looked at Roots. Now, was Roots a very dramatic story? Yes, it was, because it was telling us about some of the things that happened for us to get to America, our ancestors when they were slaves. But was it to the point that it made us felt like it was gut wrenching? No. I mean, it is what it is. Thank y'all for 10 likes. I appreciate it. Well, this young girl, let's go up here. Uh, Let me go get the window capture up again. Basically said that the School of Juilliards, when they did that, that she was traumatized. Now, I ain't heard too much about this story until it was brought to my attention by my man's here, uh, AK Nation. Hold on. Trying to pull it up, guys. Hold on. Trying to pull this article up. Alright, here we go. Got it. Let's jump into it. Finna read this article to you right quick. A viral video shows black Juilliard students subjected to slavery exercise. Now, I'm not going to play it because I don't want my channel to get dinged because everybody gets, you know how YouTube is. Black students at the Juilliard School in New York was subjected to what was described as an auditorial imagination experience of slavery, experience of gnashing, experience of slavery lasting nearly a half an hour. That's according to Julian student who posted a segment of the exercise on Instagram. The video on Marion Gray's Instagram account clocks in at more than 11 minutes and includes audio clips from the experience. According to Gray, the experience was delivered with Zoom, with faculty members and students gathering together for the online class. On September 5th, 2020, Gray dubbed the experience Slavery Saturday in her video. Gray posted the video to Instagram 5 days ago and has received nearly 150,000 new views since. She posted a trigger warning before playing the audio of the exercise, calling it edited down version of what they were subjected to. She noted in the video, I did not stop it myself because I wanted to know how long they allowed it to happen. After experiencing the exercise, she then plays two excerpts from it. The first depicts a slave auction, and the second appears to be a song about slave catching that repeats the line, "Run in, run." This was the first week of school for our division. She pointed out for our section of the school, it was still orientation, so classes have not even begun yet, and this was our first experience during the school year. This was our first quote unquote class experience during the school year. It was allowed to happen, she continued. No one stopped it. Had it been an auditory experience of some other simulated traumatic event, had it been a 30-minute auditorial experience of the Holocaust, had it been a 30-minute auditory experience of, violation, I cannot believe that it would have been allowed to continue for 27 minutes. Guys, let me tell y'all something. And I'm about to wrap this up about this whole thing. The generation behind us has no sense of tough skin, accountability, and they have been trained to use social racism as a way to get out of everything. It's sad but true. I did a story today when I told y'all about that at the Pride parade in Seattle, they're charging white people $10 to $50 to attend. Now, granted, if you look in history, hindsight, the Pride Parade was started by white Americans who were on the forefront of the lines of trying to get equality because of their sexual preference. So, how do you say you don't stand for racism, bigotry, sexism, all that stuff, but yet you're going to go up here and subject that same type of mentality to other people because you felt like they have not proven themselves to be woke enough? That is some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Now, what's even worse is that Everybody's seen Roots. But if you're in a classroom and you're trying to perfect your craft, because you're supposed to be an actor, you're supposed to be, to perfect your craft, you got to envision, use your imagination, what it was like in those times. If you're going to play that role, that's what they said in those times. They were downright mean and nasty. They didn't have, you were property when you was a slave. So if you can't handle that, you do have no business being in the school of Juilliards. You need to go find you some other craft. I don't know. Be a writer or some shit. Acting is not for you. Actors will tell you, good actors, the Denzel Washingtons, the Robin Williams, if God rest his soul, the let's see here, Blair Underwoods, the Bradley Coopers, what's that guy name? Leo DiCaprio. These guys have to be in their character. That's what they do. When they get a role, they get a script, they research that character, they go around things to emulate that character. That's what an actor does. I mean, you had Johnny Depp talk about playing Donnie Brasco. It took him months to get out of character. Hell, you had one dude that played Suge Knight on the Biggie Smalls documentary, Notorious B.I.G. documentary that was with Tupac. And it took him forever to get out his character. Dude was getting locked up. He still thought he was Suge Knight. I say that to say this. That's a part of being an actor. Being an actor is like having a split personality. You got to know how to charm that, turn that shit on and off, embrace your character, and do what it's on. It's the best pretend you can ever do. And you're going to the school to teach you that. Now, this is what gets crazy. Yeah, they are. Now, this is when it gets crazy. When this all went down, this girl made such a fuss that they started paying her and the black kids. Basically, like, listen, we don't want to appear racist. We'll pay this, we'll pay that. We've been trying to keep a scandal from coming from the school. Well, the white kids heard about it, and it was like, well, hell, we was traumatized too. We had to see and hear these gnashing of chains and hearing that type of word. We were traumatized. Where our payment? So they started paying them. And then when they did that, the black kids got mad, and that's why the girl blew the whistle. Because victimhood has been promoted now to the young black youth that's coming up and other nationalities. They call BIPOC, Black Indigenous People of Color. This is what's going on. This is what's being promoted. Victimhood is the way to go. And it's gotten so bad now that these children are not being able to stand with a thick skin. Let me tell you what's going on with these schools. And you can look at it, AK Nation. This is all documented. This is why in Virginia right now, CRT is being boycotted so hard and being not respected or received. They want to teach your children starting in first grade, if you are a black American, that your child needs to be accepting, having low expectations in life. Don't show up on time. Don't don't look the part to be professional. Don't try to educate yourself and get knowledge. Just go out here and be a nomad, aka a dumbass. And them doing that is starting to cause these children to be set up for failure. Now, granted, the kid's going to think it's fun. I don't have to do homework. I don't have to go to school on time. I don't have to go to that class. I can skip it. Nothing will be done to me. It'll be more of, hey, look at here, this is what you missed. Have a great day. No accountability, no consequences. Well, what sucks for this is when these children do get into the real world, and there's still old school guys like myself that still got some accountability left because I was taught by the older generation that promoted accountability. They are going to be stuck like Chuck, and they're going to run around here, and that's when they're going to start playing the victim card. And unfortunately, people like ourselves that know about accountability, we're going to get the shit end of the stick because we're going to probably have to uh, compensate for the fact of the matter that these kids don't have no sense of accountability and ever will. So you can congratulate these liberals that you voted in your local office for that. And it's facts. That's why so many crimes are being made. That's why kids up north that do these crimes are not doing no hard time. Just like the kid that hit the taxi cab, that killed the taxi cab driver. They all gonna go to the juvie till they turn 21, get out, and probably laugh about it and get in some other shit in the next couple of days. Because this society that we're in now, we're promoting it's okay to be fucked up all the time. Not some of the time. I mean, the generation before my parents, you couldn't be fucked up at all. Then my parents' generation, you could be fucked up some of the time. Now, the generation I'm living in that they taught me was, okay, you could be fucked up some of the time, but not all the time. But now, the generation behind me with my kids, it's, I can fuck up all day, every day. Now, and nothing should be said. Here's another thing that you need to be on the lookout for. They're also teaching your children to shy away from affection. That's right. They are programming the children in some of these private schools, and it'll probably be coming to a school near you, that if your child don't want you to hug him or her, they have the right to tell you, no, don't touch me, I'm out. That's right. They have the right to tell you no, and you have to accept it. That's right. That's what they're teaching. It's teaching them that it's their way or the highway. Yeah, that's really. Look it up. I'm not making this shit up. This is the generation that we're facing. This is where it's going to be. We're going to have a lot of very soft people. I tell you what, you ever look at Demolition Man? I want you to look at Demolition Man, and I want you to think about some of the excerpts in that movie. The music they listened to was so corny. Couldn't say nothing bad. It was like happy-go-lucky music. Then I want you to also look at the type of TV they were looking at. Every show they looked at was happy-go-lucky. Nobody could say nothing negative at all on the show. That's what it's turning into. Nobody is not going to be able to handle the truth. You have to lie and coddle the people. Well, I tell you what, I'll be damned. I'm not doing it. I never have and never will. I'm not going to lie now. I'm too old to start now. Sorry. The truth will set you free. And that's why we're going to have a very messed up generation. That's why violence is going to be through the roof. People are not going to be able to communicate. And people are going to do some very desperate things when they get rejected. That's why fathers need to be in the home. That's why we need to that's why and let me tell y'all before I end this show, I shout out to all the dads this Father's Day. I seen more dads on Facebook, out in town, real dads, especially black and brown and other nationality dads and white dads too. I'm going to put y'all in there too. All dads, just all dads stepping up, being with their children, leading the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a movement going on right now. Men are now starting to take back control of the family like back in the day. They are starting to become leaders. And I'm glad, because we need it. We do. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, who get a lot of slack, uh, which was disgusting with the last woman that came for him. This girl had a bonnet on, and she just looked a hot mess, and had the nerve to say that that how she said that all women, that women don't need no man to raise no child. And look what that has gotten us, especially in the black community. We have had more murders, more children incarcerated that can never ever be the same again. More fucked up individuals in the head because of that mentality. You need men in a child's life. Some type of male that is positive, that also had another male in his life. I'm not talking about these predators, these so-called pastors. No, I'm talking about stand-up men. Like back in the day, we had men in our lives when I was growing up. When my dad couldn't get on my ass, I had a coach. If I didn't have a coach, I had a male teacher that I really looked up to, and would tell me in a minute, you know your dad wouldn't tolerate that. Those are the days that I miss. We don't have that anymore because people are so sensitive. But I'm glad men are taking back charge. That's why I tell everybody, marry before you carry. Because when you have a baby with a man or a woman, this is the person you're going to be dealing with heavy for 18 years. So if you can't deal with them now, you better leave them the hell alone. Just saying. And men need to start learning how to have third leg discipline. I'm going to say it like that. That means wrap it up, practice contraceptives. Because a lot of these women out here that's trying to get a check, that's just reckless, that's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, you don't need to do that. I'm straight. Let's go. Let's get it. And guess what happens? Now you stuck with a situation that you wish you never was a part of. And now you got a child that's going to be bitter because they clinging more to their mama, and their mama using the child as a pawn. I mean, these is facts. But again, I am so glad that men are getting more involved in their children's lives and are starting to increase it. I really am. Because we need it. Oh, my light went out again, y'all. Hold on. Definitely need it. We definitely need it. We definitely need it. Well, guys, thank y'all for spending time with me tonight. Again, I appreciate everybody coming through. I will have this video as well. Shout out to Monica Sassy. She is now a part of the squad. Monica, go ahead on and join the membership. $3 a month. I'm trying to get up to 10 members. As soon as we get 10 members, I will start doing members stream type videos for my 10 members. You know, that way we got to build a channel as well, because that's the only way we going to get better out here. Again, I appreciate everybody who came through tonight. If you didn't, you can watch the replay. But before I leave, I'm going to get in the comment section and ask you guys, who do y'all think really is at fault when it comes to the violence in these cities? Do you think it's the mayor's fault, the police fault, or do you think it's the conservative narrative of take charge of your city? Also, what do you think about this race card obsession. Do you think that it is going to make us be a have? Is it going to help our children be better productive in the next 30 years, or do you think it's going to make them more victimized, make them more of a victim than anything in the next 30 years? Well, I need y'all to get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. I appreciate everything that y'all do. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm out. Hey, if y'all like this broadcast and you like what we bring to the table, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share the broadcast. Not to mention, too, this broadcast was dedicated to my dad, Rory Conical Boyce, a.k.a. nickname Pig. I love you, Dad. I appreciate you. Rest in heavenly peace. And it's also dedicated to my lovely wife. Thank you for continuing to be my biggest cheerleader. All right, guys. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm out.